Hello, lovelies.
Yo, this is Dawg Talk 14.5. Today's guest, nobody.
We just
Um,
wanted to pop in and talk to y'all for a few minutes because, our boy Hen Dawg is dropping a song.
woof woof.
Pardon?
Yeah, got a new song. Basically, this next song is a tribute to a very, very good friend to all of us, actually. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one really hits home for all three of us. And,
Yeah, the
so.
the song is called "Robbed," but the way I stylized it, it's ROB capital, and then the rest is lowercase because it's kind of like two meanings, you know? Because Rob is his name, and then robbed, we were robbed of him. So that was kind of like my idea behind titling the track. But basically, the entire song is about Robert, which was a close friend, and he tragically passed away in a car accident around 2 years ago, and ever since then none of us have been the same. We've all changed drastically ever since this event happened because it was
Yeah.
it was a major event for all of us. He was such a fucking close friend, and there's no words to explain exactly what you feel when something like that happens. But
Yeah.
I tried my best to put it into words in this song, and
What was the process of actually writing it like for you? Because I know
so the
I
process of writing
cried
it,
when I heard it. But,
yeah. The process of writing this song, what happened was I found this song by a person who goes by the name Ocean Beats. And when I first heard this, I instantly thought of Robert and I thought of a chorus for the song. So the chorus is usually what I'll write first because if you don't have a good chorus, then you aren't going to have a great song. And I wanted this to be a great song in memory of Robert. And so I wrote the chorus. It was very heartfelt. It was very personal to me. And, I almost didn't want to include some parts of the chorus that I wrote, but, I did anyways because, at the end of the day, this isn't a song for me. It's a song for Robert. And, I got to be willing to put out the most honest and best work that I can. And so after I got done writing the chorus, I went ahead and I wrote the verses. The verses were also very personal to me. I went into depth about kind of our history as friends and, some of the stuff that we would do as friends and kind of like the whole group that we had surrounding us. And, that's basically behind the lyrics of the song.
and I think
I'm not going to lie. When I wrote the chorus for the first time, I was crying as I was writing it. Like,
I
I'm not going to
literally
lie.
I bawled like a baby when I heard it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Of
if that
course.
doesn't tell you how personal this is, then I don't know what will. But
And of
it's
course, Zach, who is the producer on this one, likes to check his mixes in the car, and and like he kills me every time because I'll like get in the car and he'll check the mix, and I'm just like sitting there crying, and he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, well, "Shut up, just let me cry."
yeah.
But I think it's good because it's a tribute, but it's also relatable in the sense that, I mean, there are way too many people that have gone through something like this, and there's no good way to help anyone through it, really. Like my younger brother, just a few months ago lost his best friend in the same way. It was a car accident, and I was trying to talk to him because we all went through it a few years ago, so I was like, well, maybe I'll have some advice, but I really didn't. There's no advice for it, really.
Yeah. And not even time. Some people say that time heals, but in this case, not even time is gonna fully heal a tragedy like this. But
Yeah, a lot of people
you
don't get
know,
it.
I think that knowing that some other people have gone through the same thing kind of makes you feel like, okay, well, maybe I can get through this if somebody else has. even if it does fucking suck, you know?
And I mean, my heart goes out to his family. They had a hard time with it, obviously. His mom and his sister, they're super sweet people. I lived with them for a little bit, and they're the sweetest people. And he was just, I mean, I don't think I've ever met someone better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the best of us, I think.
So Christmas won't be the same for me ever again because that was the last time I saw him when I was on leave for Christmas, and
Yeah.
I was at his house, and usually, even before when I joined the Marine Corps, I would usually like stay at his house for days at a time, and his mom would like she'd come and she'd look at me, she'd be like, "Did you get your ravioli yet?" Because she knew
Yeah,
that like
that
that chef boy do
sounds about
ravioli, and
right.
she'd be like, "I bought you like a case of 20 of them. I know how much you like them." And I'm like, "All right,
Oh,
I'll eat them. I'll eat them."
yeah,
But
she's a sweetheart.
and
But
later that night, I would eat them all. But yeah, Christmas is not the same for me because that's the last time I ever saw him was
I think
Christmas
the
time, and
last
it
time
sucks.
I hung out with him, I mean, the last time we all hung out together, well, me, Luke, and him, was when we went to Dave& and Buster's. That was a whole thing. But, like, the last time
Yeah.
I hung out with him, he picked me up from work, and because we were just bored, and, we started just driving around because you know how he was. And we ended
Mhm.
up in Hoosick for some reason, and 6 inches of snow on the ground, we're blowing donuts in parking lots, and we were, like, running around trying to find some
Oh,
fire. And then we, like, went to the lumberjack shack and got coffee, and then
dude,
he
I
brought me
had
home.
my memories of just hanging out with Robert are some of like the funniest, best memories I've ever had. There's
Oh, dude.
there's some stories that aren't, suitable for a podcast, but
Well,
yeah. But I think
I think we all have those.
the last time I hung out with Robert, yeah, the last time that I hung out with Robert, I was leaving town because I was on leave, and I was just like literally in my mom's car. She was taking me to wherever, and I saw Robert. He was like randomly walking down the street. We had literally just hung out earlier that day, and I saw Robert. He was just like walking down. It was like on Main Street or something, and I kind of like saw him there. And I was like, "Yo, what up?" And we kind of just said like, "All right, see you later" and stuff like that because I was leaving to go back. That was the last time I saw him. Just kind of like walking down the road.
still sometimes when I'm walking or in a car or whatever, and I hear, like, that loud ass bass and some
hmm
shitbox revving its engine, I, like, half expect to hear someone scream at me, like, "Hey, baby!"
Yeah, that
That
was
was the signature thing, like, all the time.
yeah. I knew
We
when
used to circle my house and do that.
I knew when like I heard a car with like a loud bass coming nearby. I knew that was Robert, and that was my cue to get outside so he could pick me up and we
Right?
could go do whatever. So
We were actually working the midnight shift at the college once together, and he brought me home after, and he, like, parked pretty normally in front of my house. I went to go in, mind you, at this point, it's, like, 2 in the morning because we had just closed down the cafe, and he, like, screeched as he left, and I was like, "Dude, it's 2 a.m., I have neighbors."
Yeah, I'm trying to get my car to have that loud ass bass because
Don't
of
forget
his.
the tweeters.
What?
Said, "Don't forget the tweeters."
Oh yeah, yeah.
But, but I think we won't really bore you guys with too much because, like,
yeah,
it's
the
kind of
song
a
speaks for itself.
but, definitely check it out. It's good. I mean, it's really good. And for any of you that knew him, I mean, y'all know what we're talking about, and it's just
Yeah,
yeah.
rest in peace.
Um, this one got a little heavy, but, sometimes life does that. And if I mean, like I said, there's no good way to help people and give advice for this, but if you need someone to talk to, I'll put an email address down below. Just email us. Just, it's a hard thing to go through, especially if you don't have a good support system. So,
Yeah,
if you need a support system for anything, we'll be there.
yeah,
But
definitely.
check out the song.
Yep.
Coming out when?
July 29th, which is
On his
birthday. Yep. So I made sure I had this song ready for his birthday. So
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Sorry this one was heavy, but you know, it's what it is. Look out for the song coming out on the 29th, and we'll talk to you later.
ever since then, none of us have been the same. We've all changed drastically ever since this event happened, because it was a major event for all of us. He was such a fucking close friend, and there's no words to explain exactly what you feel when something like that happens.
And I think
I'm not gonna lie, when I wrote the chorus for the first time, I was crying as I was writing it.
I literally bawled like a baby when I heard it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if
Of
that
course.
doesn't tell you how personal this is, then I don't know what will. And there's no words to explain exactly what you feel when something like that happens. But
Yeah.
I tried my best to put it into words in the song.
The song is called Stories of the Damned.
Tell you later.